So before we get the next fixture underway, we have got some free-game entertainment from, I believe, a 9-time Guinness World Record holder. So we're after a bit of a crowd shot. Hello boys, so they're moving across now. Okay, so we have got the best three-star footballer in the world right here for free-game entertainment. You are going to be absolutely blown away by this skill. Yes, even you guys are about to stay on the pitch. So can we please put our hands together, make some noise for Mr. John Farnworth! Alright, I want to see some hands clapping together. Catholic School. Do we have any fans? It sounds like we do. Well, this is the grand finale of the Under-13 PlayStation Schools Cup. Congratulations to you both. Nathan and I have said it before. Both teams are winners before we have even started this match. The opportunity to play here at the Maysky Stadium in Reading. What an opportunity. Congratulations to both sides for coming this far in the tournament. So let's welcome our match officials. So we'll go through the roster. Please, a big round of applause to the team from Cardinal Newman Catholic School. Number 1 and captain, Dennis Whittington. Number 2, Lucia Hanlord. Number 3, Thomas Bond. Number 4, Candy Hume. Number 5, Patrick Williamson. In 6, William Gross. Number 7, Aggie and Nortree. Number 9, Gabriel Brennan. Number 10, Ellis Martin. 14, Keen Rodriguez. 16, Toby Reeder. And your substitutes, Jimmy McIntosh, Ethan Bannell, Flynn Howe, Floyd Robinson, and Kasper Zioklowski.
Good afternoon and welcome. It's the PlayStation Schools Cup Festival. It's the Under-13 Boys Cup Final. Cardinal Hume Catholic School up against Cardinal Newman Catholic School here at the Medeski Stadium. Let's run through the teams. Cardinal Hume, number 1, Harry Lowry. James Oliver is 2, Ben Price 3, Tom Armstrong is 4, Joe Cleghorn is 5, Thomas Cole 6, Gabriel Nugasamo is 7, Luke Burns is 8, Jack Thompson 9, Louis Salkad is 10, and Alfie Scandal is 11. Paddy Garrigan is the manager. Cardinal Newman Catholic School. Dennis Whittington is the goalkeeper and captain 1, Luca Hanlon 2, Thomas Bond 3, Hande Jungkeller is 4, Patrick Williamson 5, William Goss is 6, Aggie Agnihotri is 7, Keen Rodriguez is 14, Gabriel Brennan 9, Ellis Martin is 10, and Toby Reeder 11. Mr. L. Murphy is the manager. Substitutes on each team we will have in a second. These are the substitutes. Bill Henner, Armstrong, Blackbird for Cardinal Hume, and Cardinal Newman it's Banal, Howe, McIntosh, Ziolkowski and Robertson. So the two teams are getting ready out there. Cardinal Hume Catholic School, based out of Gateshead, are in the purple, and Cardinal Newman Catholic School in the royal green and white. There's a bit of good action there from the goalkeeper already. Cross is swung in with match number 4. Here we go again, John.
Well, Louis Salkad, the captain, just on the books of Newcastle, just following that one in on the keeper, just making sure he's aware that it's not going to be the most comfortable of afternoons for him. Yeah. Pressure on early. You can see already Cardinal Newman sweeping forward in numbers.
So Cardinal Newman in the green. Here is Thomas Bond, a left back, into Ellis Martin. Yeah. Challenge there on
good strength
Brennan.
from the centre half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Joseph Cleghorn.
I think this is the first time we've seen two Catholic schools, well, Catholic schools with Catholic in the name, of course. It's not always the case, but two opposite ends of the country going head to head here. Toby Reeder going down that right wing, and not a lot of support in the box there. If he'd looked up, he needed to bring that one backwards, really. Harry Lowery, goalkeeper, wearing a cap. Sun is pretty bright out there. Oh, this is good play. Here's a chance. Sama.
Yeah, ball already gone.
And he looks a little bit of a threat there. He's a bit of a bigger physical presence. We'll just watch this one again. Sama comes in from the right-hand side. That ball's awkward and difficult.
Twice, yeah, just really awkward, wasn't it? And then the physical presence of Gabriel Nugasama coming in there.
Had a chat with Mr. Osibor. He did actually think he'd scored that goal.
Did he?
He was doing the celebration, and then
because it went on for a long time, he thought somebody would have got the message, but I think the noise just drowned out any sort of question marks over it. Ball swung in near post, goes out for another corner.
And the fact that the MC and the music was playing,
well, it's just
they
brilliant.
were confirming the goal. So he did his dance.
Oh, dear.
And I love the fact he actually did get to do his dance after all. So everybody came out smiling at the end, and he's a bit of a legend, that chap, already.
Could have gone anywhere. He is. Far post is free.
Here's Armstrong. Armstrong, a little 1-2, clipped in, but no pace on that cross. And
no, it's disappointing, isn't it?
Well, a few bodies there waiting to receive a ball. Whittington, the captain, the goalkeeper for Cardinal Newman.
A couple of lads on the books of Hartlepool. From Cardinal Hume in the purple. Thomas Cole, number 6, and Luke Burns, number 8. Mentioned Louis Salked, the captain for Newcastle United. The 3 players they're allowed at this level in the academy system. Beautiful conditions here again.
Yes, the shadows coming over the pitch, which is always a little bit of a nightmare for us on our cameras. It's well, everybody. You even see the top cameramen on Sky Sports and BBC, and it's the same for everybody. You get the sun across the pitch, and the camera is only going to do one can only do one light level, so you're either too bright or too dark, and they all have the same job. I think it's the one thing you say, the wind is the one thing that affects you to hit as a footballer. This condition where you've got part shade and part sun is a nightmare for cameramen.
It's good defensive work there. Cardinal Hume holding out, and again, and the number 2, James Oliver, doing really, really well.
Yeah,
it's up to the striker, Sami.
Agni Hotchu
back again.
getting well involved there. That's a good pass forward. He's onside. Jack Thompson.
Oh, good sliding challenge. There he is, number 5, Patrick Williamson.
Well, we've got a good crowd out there. They've got those clappers, whatever they call them, making a bit of noise there. They were actually here earlier for the match. They were sat very quietly, and now they've taken centre stage. The other 2 schools have gone, so it's suddenly gone a lot quieter there. Cleaning staff will have a lot of clearing up to do down there later.
Yeah, a lot of girls have come to support the boys. A right racket down there.
Well, you know what I loved about the Finchley team just now was the fact that they still had a great day out.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's a little bit sad to see all the glum faces and the tears, and you know, yes, you're disappointed you've lost, but it's not the end of the world. And I love the fact that they all went down there, they all had a big smile on their face, they were all cheering each other. They were still giving the opposition a bit of grief in fun, and it was lovely to see, and that's really what these finals should be all about. You know, it's great sportsmanship out there. Oh, there's a mistake here, and here's a chance for Brennan. There's some real pace being shown by Joe Cleghorn there. That was really noticeable. Some cracking pace from a number 5 centre half.
Got back well, didn't
he? He got back onto Brennan within 4 or 5 strides, and Brennan wasn't even close to having a shot on goal. That was very noticeable. Always good to have pace at the back, isn't it, John?
Yep. Shall I say, made up for my lack of brain.
Does that give you an extra nice feeling of satisfaction when you come up against somebody who doesn't know you, and he's not knocked it past you, and you've actually just burnt him off and said, thanks for passing me the ball there, mate.
Always had to rely on that.
Well,
unfortunately, I couldn't always rely on it. There's the ball in the channel. And he's going to get across.
Yeah,
there.
Clegg, he's definitely a speedy character. We've seen
Williamson,
that.
Yeah.
And well, here it is. Here's the mess up. Look at him. He goes here and look at the pace he's got there. This is very good, and closed it down.
Well, he puts it off, and then unselfishly he plays the ball inside, and the whole impetus of the attack has gone. And a lot of that is down to Williamson for getting back so quickly, so well. Nice picture of the bench there. You're looking for an opportunity to come on and influence this game. Ball swung in. There he is, number 9. Gabriel Brennan again, just showing that he's the threat. Near post. See the movement. Not too much they can mark up, but it's just the size. There. Gets across his defender. Gets across Nugasama.
No major chances so far from either team. Lovely cross in. There's a bit of confusion at the back there. Two defenders there from Cardinal. Newman went for the ball.
Well, it's quite interesting, wasn't it? Because as Alfie Scandal went up for the ball, you just felt that Jack Thompson was going to be the beneficiary of that. And he's got space. Nugasama not able to get on it and get into that position of bearing down on the back 3.
Thomas Bond, he's the youngest player on the pitch here. Birthday of 25th of May. In fact, that's not too far away from here. What date are we on today? Sort of 21st or 22nd, yeah, 3 days' time.
Yeah.
He's the youngest player. Most of us have already had their birthdays. But number 3 for Cardinal Newman still hasn't. Still 12 years old. Everybody else here on the pitch is 13. John's checking that's correct now. Oh no, you're not. You're looking at something else. That's good.
Yeah, I wasn't. No, I trust you.
Yeah.
All the stats.
It's just because I wasn't very.
Faith in you.
It's just because I wasn't sure really myself. So I thought, I'm going to get highlighted here. This is.
Just thinking, the under 12s in a small-sided game, 9v9, under 13s, you're suddenly making this jump up to full-size football.
Yeah.
It's a hot all day. This game's 35 minutes. Extra 10 minutes from last year. They'll feel the heat out there. It's 0-0, 9 minutes gone.
And you know
a good hour of football to go still.
Yeah.
They need to get some fluids on. I hope they've got some drinks down there on the sidelines. They're thinking on the side. What substitution? We saw them worked really, really well in the last game. How are we going to get the fluids onto them? How are we going to protect them? How are we going to keep the legs fresh?
Yes, the coaching benches are in shade below us now. So as this sun starts to set here, corner swung in, not with a lot of pace, and cleared at the front post. It's a long old way to hit the ball. As you say, these are young players. I think that's what really massively impressed me with the match of the day from yesterday, the girls under 13, that they played on the full pitch, and yet the actual quality and pace of the match for girls under 13 match. That's a great ball through, and flag is up.
Yeah, I mean, my initial reaction there was he had drifted offside. Disappointing because he's got some pace, this boy.
Let's have a look at this again.
So
he's offside.
Doesn't recover back there, does he?
Yes, he's off. Next year we might have a little line that appears.
Oh my goodness,
we'll break the bank.
That'd be impressive.
Yes. Yeah, considering you know, we have a small team here. We're doing a very nice show, I think, for our numbers. But you know, we'll try and improve things. Or maybe we can just draw one.
We were talking about VAR this morning. I mean,
well, VAR is actually easier than
is it?
the line.
Than the line, yeah.
The equipment already does it, so we can have a replay
true.
from any. All we need is an official to sit behind us and tell us what he wants to see. I think. Yes, we've done it. We've done it before with ice hockey quite a lot.
Have you? Yeah.
Rugby league, we've done it as the TMO, Rugby Union.
Good ball.
Oh, that's
good
a
run.
lovely ball in. And the goalkeeper, Whittington, he was hunting that ball before it was crossed. He could sense that he was going to have to get involved, and he did.
Yeah, it was good. Alfie Scandal was coming in, not for the first time, trying to get in that near post.
Good turn from Sama. Sama's going to carry on here.
Oh.
And he's, instead of crossing, he's gone for the shot. He's gone for the glory. And I think a cross would have been a better option there. He did have somebody on the penalty spot.
No, he had to put it back. Oh, they paying enough attention to this game.
There you go.
Come on.
Give that baby they're starting young on games these days, aren't they?
Yeah. I think that's about the only support that we've got for maybe Cardinal Hume. I'm not sure.
Maybe they've just sat in the wrong seats. It's a long way to come from Gateshead. Cardinal Newman based in Brighton, so still a fair little journey. Up the M23, around the M25, it's a short journey indeed. Certainly Gateshead is, that's a major trawl. I'm sure there are people up in Cardinal Hume maybe watching this.
Oh,
ball's been given.
Great challenge.
It's that man again, Cleghorn.
Yeah.
He's already standing out in this match.
Oh, it's a great recovery.
Sama did a little nudge there.
Really good recovery. Yeah, he's just hitting his hand, giving himself the G up. I like that.
Coaches are pondering. It's one of those interesting games, isn't it? This is the fascinating thing about this. You know, you usually turn up, you can do one game, you go home. With us seeing these games, you see lots of different types of games. You see games where the attacks are all over the defence. You know you're going to have goals. And here's one which, you know, we could be 0-0 at the end of the match. There's opportunities, but the defences on both teams, as you see there, are both very good. They've both got good central defenders.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? I love watching the huge, enormous difference from under 12 to under 13 to under 14. It's remarkable. What a run that is!
Oh, what a run! Oh, what a shot! And what a goal! From a long, long distance, it's Keane Rodriguez has pulled the trigger, and Cardinal Newman go ahead. Oh,
it is indeed. Keane Rodriguez, absolutely stunning. Lovely drag back away from the challenge. He's away from three players, gets it out of his feet. You think he can't hit it from there, surely. The keeper makes a desperate lunge to push it away around the post. Can't quite do enough. He's going to be bitterly disappointed because he got a hand to it. But it was the raw pace and power of that shot from Keane Rodriguez. And you've got to say a little bit of against the run of the play. Maybe. Lovely drag back away from the challenge.
It's beautiful.
Brilliant little dip of the shoulder. One touch and then bang. What a strike, what a goal.
Absolutely brilliant play from Keane Rodriguez. Well, just to prove me wrong when I said it could be 0-0 at full time. What do I know? It's a good job we've got you here as an expert commentator, John. But Rodriguez absolutely pulling the trigger. And, well, tonight we're putting together our video from days 1 and 2 for goals and saves of the tournament. I think that one is going to be down in there. But we will add more from day 3 as we go along. So it's we're not just going to include days 1 and 2. That would be totally unfair. It would be easy for us, of course. But
well, the trouble is, I've already forgotten. There was a couple of belters yesterday, weren't there?
John, I've written down every one, so don't worry. Yeah. I've got them all. I've got saves, and yeah, we'll be okay. We've got enough. I think we try and find sort of 5 or 6 saves and maybe 9 or 10 goals.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I'll be looking on PlayStation Schools Cup website. You know, at the end of the day, we'll have all the sort of highlights, the goals of the tournament, the saves of the tournament. All that'll be on there after this great festival of football, these 3 days at Reading, the Majewski Stadium. Love coming down here. There's a header, near post. Centre half, there he was. Cleghorn just trying to win it. It's a goal kick. So just get the ball. They've got to control the game now. Cardinal Newman start to dominate proceedings.
Here comes Thomas Bond, who's, well, he just played that one to nobody there and is obviously disappointed about that. Just sense the green team a little bit buoyed now. A little bit of energy. How can you not be after that goal from Rodriguez? That was an absolute barnstormer. Keeper got a hand to it. It just wasn't enough. Sama managed to win the ball back. Well played. And in the end, well, plays a pass to a player who wasn't looking. And
isn't it remarkable the difference in size under 13 to under 15, the game we've just seen?
Yeah, yeah. You've got.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah. They grow so much, don't they? From 9, really, isn't it? From 9 to 15, every year is just amazing. I'm looking back at the pictures.
Yeah.
And we, of course, don't change. Well, from maybe a little bit heavier, a few hairs going. Here's Burns. Cole swings it in to Sama. Sama looks to play the 1-2. Pass wasn't on. Nicely played out wide. Lovely dummy there from Armstrong. Sama will head it across. Oh, and a half chance there for Sama.
Oh, the flag was going up. I don't think the flag should have gone up because I don't think Sama was offside. I think there was a defender right on the line alongside the goalkeeper, but has the shot. Great dummy there. Heads the ball. When it comes back.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely.
There's a player on the line and the goalkeeper. I'm not sure, but anyway, he's put it wide, put it over.
Yeah, very correct. Reminds me of a match of a day from, what was it, about 3 years ago. And there was a player who went off the pitch. And it's always amazing, actually, that, and I was quite astounded at the time because you had Gary Lineker and a few other famous sort of personalities from a BBC team. And this guy had come off he'd gone off the back of the pitch and come back on. And the ball had come to him. And all the experts were lined up going, well, he's not offside because he's not on the pitch. So he can't be offside. He's come back on and basically the ball's come to him and he's put it in the back of the net. And obviously the rule is, well, no, he is offside because basically you can't just, otherwise everybody would just be stepping off the pitch and going, well, I'm not here.
Absolutely.
And then just turn up next to the goal.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I always remember that incident. You've just reminded me of it, that, I was just amazed at the time that you had top players who played the game at the highest level, career that Gary Lineker had, and they actually didn't really know that rule.
Yeah.
It was amazing, really. They're just conditioned to the game that they're used to playing. Throw in from Oliver. Sama a little bit too boisterous in the challenge.
Yep. Pensive.
Yes. Go on, give us a wave, kids. They've seen themselves on the big screen. Just check your hair's good. They're just that age now, aren't they?
You
becoming self-aware.
Concentrate on the game.
Oh, that kick's gone straight to a foot. I wondered if he was going to give that a half volley then and try and have a go at goal, because keeper was way out of goal. Back to Keller, who's having a bit of a battle with Sama time and again. Play just a little bit scrappy at the moment, but good turn inside. But another Salkad.
Yeah, he was nearly away, wasn't he, the captain?
Yes. Oh, there's a nice ball through.
That's run nicely.
Here's Thompson. Thompson releases one. Oh, what a save that is. That was a really high-class save from the goalkeeper. And this is why perhaps Dennis Whittington is the captain of this team, because he's just pulled out a top-class save here. That was going towards the top corner.
That's my shot at the moment. Save of the tournament. Look at this. That is going in the top corner. Great save.
He's really had to pull
Oh,
one
and a
out.
great punch as well.
He's come out for the corner as well,
Brilliant.
just to really stamp some authority.
Well, we've
on
talked
the penalty
about how
box.
good it is to have an authoritative figure in goal. That epitomises it.
Yeah. That certainly gives the defence a little bit of extra confidence out there.
Oh yeah, it does.
And you might still be beaten, but there's somebody there who's going to really be just as hard to beat as you guys. Here's Sama. He's pulling out onto the wing a lot more. He's trying to pretty much a one-man shot at the moment. An attempted shot. That's not far away as well. James Oliver and Whittington left it. He was confident it was going wide. Not sure many of the others were confident.
Well, he's got too much space, Nugasama, on this right-hand side. Pulls the ball back, and you think he's going to cross that, and it goes near post. The keeper, I think, is just completely wrong-footed almost. Doesn't expect it to be at the near post like that. It goes a lot closer than he felt comfortable. Great skill. I think that was Keen Rodriguez. Probably a little drag back and touch, and then put the ball off nowhere.
Cardinal Hume getting into this game a little bit more now.
Offside.
Offside as the flag is up. So yeah, we're just seeing a slight shift in this game.
Yeah, I think so.
They're just settling down a little bit more. Here's a few fans. A few young fans come up from Brighton. I think they're wearing Brighton tops, aren't they there? Looks like that was the blue and white with the seagull. Good to see Brighton staying in the Premier League. Good to see a few new teams staying in there,
season,
wasn't it?
didn't they?
Yeah. Huddersfield and Brighton.
Yeah, it's the first time it's happened, isn't it, in the Premier League? All three promoted sides.
Oh, of course. Oh, here's an opportunity
Oh, what
from
a
distance.
strike.
Oh, and what a goal! Hits it first time. And Cardinal Hume are back in the match. It's Louis Salkeld, the captain, number 10. He wins the tackle and then hits it, and this is not an easy shot.
No, here it is, the tackle. He wins it. He's the one setting the tone. Look at that for a goal. Absolutely brilliant. We know what Dennis Whittington's like in goal. He's no slouch. And so to beat him with such panache is brilliant.
One each. Well, what a hit to have the presence of mind to realise that his big chance is to hit it first time, and he had to give it a bit of a belt. You know, he was quite a way out.
That's great. Great finish, and he's had a really good start to the game.
Yeah. Sama chasing this one down. Well, we did say that Cardinal Hume were getting back into it, and they have got back into it. And now James Oliver springing the step, the team in purple. And Agni Hotri has to clear.
Yeah, he's done really well, James Oliver.
Have a look at the goal here.
Yeah, there's the ball forward. There's the ball back, chase down.
Oh, that's
a
superb.
lovely goal. Great strike.
And I think the goalkeeper was really just so surprised he was going to hit it so early.
Yep.
It didn't look as if he was actually in a position settled to get that. Oh, game on. 1-1. Two great goals from both from outside the box.
Well, you called it, didn't you? You said Cardinal Hume were coming back into this. You were right. The whole pendulum had swung in their favour. You always feel as that team in that position chasing to get back in the game, when you have that sort of upturn in fortune, you get the joy of getting something from it. Being back on level terms. It's a great place for them to be. This game's 35 minutes for the half. So still 10 minutes to go till half time. Just that sort of lull in the game now while Cardinal Newman just comes to terms. Here he is, he's away. Oh, it's a superb breakaway by Brennan. Good save, did well.
Yeah, cut down the angle well there, didn't he? Brennan
Price
here.
tidies up.
Off to the races goes Brennan.
He does really well on his left foot. Strikes it. Decent height, easy height for the keeper, but still got to stand up and make the save.
Interesting. He's obviously aware that he had feet behind him and he's got some pacey players behind him, and he had to hit that from that angle. He couldn't afford one more touch. Here's Brennan again. Solid tackle from Thomas Cole. Cleghorn will clear up high. Sama and Brennan both, Thompson both challenging there. Bit of aerial football for a second. Here comes Cole. Bond up to Brennan. Now it's Cardinal Newman who just having a little bit of play here. Shot from distance.
That was good play. First of all, from Brennan, then from Martin. Big pockets of space out there on this pitch. Brennan again. Cleghorn gets the better of him that time and comes away with the ball. Feeds it into the space. Jack Thompson on the ball, but picked up again by Cardinal Newman.
Toby Reeder played nicely inside to Rodriguez, the goal scorer. And Ellis Martin losing out in a challenge there. And now it's the opposite number 10, Salkeld, the goal scorer for Cardinal Hume. But Sama loses out, and away comes Bond. Down to Agni Hotry, looking to play in Brennan.
Yeah, it was the right idea. Ellis Martin getting the ball set back to him and then probing it into the corner down here. Cardinal Hume deal with it.
A few players looking a little bit weary out there. So just looking at Rodriguez, and he's walking a little bit heavily footed. There's offside being given there. And it is very hot out there.
Oh, it's a bank
in the middle of the pitch.
Offside, isn't it, down that side? When you've just played the ball back and you stay where you are.
Thomas Cole with the long kick forward. Sama tries to get on the end of that. Bond clears. Here's a pull forward. Here's an opportunity for Thompson. And the keeper's out. Thompson's got the foot. There's a bit of a battle for it. Oh, incredible. The ball is open. And it's over the line. Jack Thompson has scored for Cardinal Hume. And that really was the will of Thompson to get that ball over the line. It looked like it may be cleared. Cardinal Hume take the lead.
There's a bit of a hopeful ball over the top. And there you go. You think it's just a formality that he puts the ball in the back of the net. You have to give the defender enormous credit for getting back. Absolutely brilliant from Patrick Williamson. You think he's going to deny Jack Thompson the opportunity to score, as we presume he will do, and it was. It was all about the tenacity to stay with it, stick at it, really force that ball across the line. He wasn't going to be denied, was he?
No, that was a tremendous willpower affair from Thompson. And here's Sama. Well, you just felt that Cardinal Newman were just starting to get back into the match and was starting to push on, and then we had the break and the ball over the top. And, well, the team that took the lead, Cardinal Newman, are now behind 2-1. Here's Sama. They seem to have a nice way of playing, do Cardinal Hume. They're looking to reach out to their main players, and looking at Sama, looking at Thompson. Here's the goal again. Keeper's in no man's land.
Yeah,
this was the battle. And Oh.
So unlucky, isn't it?
Yeah,
in many
the number
ways,
2.
it's just fallen nicely. When they challenged the tackle, it just stayed there, didn't it? And
Yeah.
able to toe poke it across the line.
I think Hanlon tried to put it out for a corner.
Yeah,
It
I
hit
think
his
he
own
did.
player.
Yeah.
And then before Hanlon could actually react, Thompson was already
He was
up
off balance
and just
by that stage,
literally
wasn't he?
just toe poked it into the goal. It's that did have a bit of misfortune about it. You can see why Hanlon put his hand to his head, hands to his head, because he thought he'd done the big job of clearing it. Here's Thompson again. And Thompson's come inside. He's all right foot, but he's coming on the left side and tackle in the end. Good game, this one. Simon will chase this one down. Up against Hume Keller. "35-minute matches, these are at under 13 level. Substitute taking place below as number 15 is coming on. Joseph Armstrong. And off, number 9, Jack Thompson, the goal scorer, is getting a bit of a breather. He's getting a few high fives there. Nice shot of the steward there, who's he's been down there all day. I think he's feeling a bit tired. He's had the sun on him all day. He's enjoying the rest. The fact that we don't have the biggest crowd here for this match. Out to Thomas Cole. Thomas Cole swings that one in. Keeper takes that one very well, does Whittington. And tries to clear quickly. There's a one-on-one up front. Toby Reeder, number 16. Nice turn inside. Doesn't have a lot of support though, does he? Everybody's behind. And this is the danger that we've seen with a few matches where sometimes teams just get a little bit caught out and everybody just wants to play safe and be behind the ball. And here's Brennan. They've played this one well though, have Cardinal Newman. Brennan, Agnihotri. Well, Brennan loses out and now Sama comes away with the ball. Ball being demanded by the substitute, number 15, Joe Armstrong.
Well, Brennan is the top goal scorer, isn't he, for Cardinal Newman? 8 goals this season out of 27. Just looking. Cardinal Hume, you've got Solkhead, the captain, scorer of the first goal. He's got 16 this season. Thompson 5.
No bad return.
So
Go through the results early in the second half. We do have our stats pack provided by the officials here at the ESFA, who thankfully make our job a little bit easier. There's a shot from inside the box there. That was worth an attempt.
it wasn't a million miles away. The keeper looked very confident, hit the side netting.
Yeah. Reeder having a go there. Well, having seen Rodriguez plant one in from long range, that was probably half the distance, so definitely well worth a shot.
Well, we're sort of inching towards half time. Just a little bit of a lull, isn't there? The players taking stock of this first half. Cardinal Hume proving they're able to get back into it and take the lead.
Well, that's an early whistle, but we've had a really entertaining first half here with 2 highly committed teams. And well, now it's the coach's turn, and there's a round of applause here from both coaches actually for the players as they're walking off.
It's been really good first half.
Yeah, we have seen a really high quality final, and this is why these teams they've played 9 rounds to get here, which is phenomenal enough in itself. You know, over 1,000 teams have competed in this, and these teams are the top 2 in the country. And at half time, Cardinal Hume Catholic School 2, Cardinal Hume Catholic School 1. Let's have a look at the 3 goals in this first half.
Well, Cardinal Newman really started well and really brightly. That's a great piece of skill. Look at this. I mean, this is contender for goal of the tournament. Keen Rodriguez picking the ball up just on the edge of the D, drag back, past a player. A little shimmy, drops the shoulder. Excellent strike, keeper can do nothing about it. Outstretched arms, gets the fingertips to it. But it's the touch with the left and then shimmy to the right. Fantastic, left foot, right foot. Wonderful example of a player with the freedom to go and express himself. Reels away to the delight of his teammates. A little ball played forward. Looks like it's come to be dealt with by Cardinal Newman. But no, he thought the first goal was good. In many ways, that's equally as impressive. Louis Solked making it 1-1. Scored a hatful of goals in the rounds, getting here his team to the final. He drags them back on level terms, and it's worth another look. Chases it down, ricochets nicely for him. He's got so much work to do, and what a strike that is with the outside of his right foot. Keeping, he's got no chance. Draws them back level, and then it's really a case of wondering how it's going to unfold. And then the high drama with Jack Thompson chasing down that. We wonder where it's going to go. You're absolutely right. Luca Hanlon gets back to assist Williamson, who I thought did brilliantly to thwart Jack Thompson in the first place. Brilliant challenge there. And then it comes across. They get themselves in a bit of a muddle, and it's toe poked across the line. Jack Thompson making it 2-1. Lots of work for both coaches to do. I think Cardinal Newman and Cardinal Hume can both be satisfied with their performance in the first half. Lots to look forward to in the second 35 minutes coming up, though.
So we'll be back for the second half in a short while. Just watching the distance as there's a little hit the crossbar competition, crossbar challenge taking place below us. We'll be back shortly.
here we are, just getting back underway. Cardinal Newman get themselves in the lead, and then to go in at half-time, 2 goals down. They'll be bitterly disappointed. What have the coaches said to them? Got to lift the spirits. I don't think that'll be too hard. I think, you know, both sides have played well in the first half. Obviously, Cardinal Newman started really brightly, and then Cardinal Hume got right back in the game with those 2 goals. That spectacular strike from Louis Solkeld, the captain for Cardinal Hume, after that stunning strike from Keane Rodriguez. Everybody talking about that downstairs. Jack Thompson bundling that over the line to make it 2-1. How precious is that going to be?
Yes, the VIP room is buzzing, is it, with that goal?
Well, it is buzzing, and actually what they're saying is 10 goals of the tournament enough? Is it going to need to be extended? Because we've had, over the nearly 2 days, we've had
a lot already.
We've had a lot of quality out there, haven't we?
Yeah, there is going to be a little bit of culling going on, because otherwise I think I'll be up all night editing them down. But and of course we also have day 3 to add as well as we go along, which is going to keep our director on his toes.
Yeah, always good.
Yeah, that's it too easy. Here comes Alfie Scandal, having a battle with Luca Hanlon there.
I think Scandal's scored 6 goals this season. That's what I read in that stat pack. Second top goal scorer. Way behind Solkeld, as I said, with about 15 or 16 in the season so far.
Cardinal Hume have had a wonderful run through this tournament. Just watch this ball played up front. Here's Brennan for Cardinal Newman. He's got a little bit of support in here as well. That's the ball across, but just a little bit too much weight on that one. Cardinal Hume Catholic School, they've 9 rounds of matches. They did get a bye in the first round. And in round 2, it was a 7-2 win over Cramlington Learning Village. In round 3, a 3-0 away win against St Cuthbert's Catholic High School. In round 4, a 9-0 home win against Durham Johnston School. In round 5, an 8-0 home victory against Macmillan Academy. Round 6, a 5-0 win against Ponteland Community Middle School. Notice the clean sheets here, there's a lot of them. Yeah. And then another one in round 7, a 2-0 victory over Crawshaw Academy away. Nice little 208-mile trip there. It was a 3-1 home victory against Broadgreen International School in round 8 in the quarter-final. In the semi-final, they had a big trip, 424 miles to Wolverhampton. And it was Thomas Telford, who we haven't actually seen here at Reading yet.
Amazing, isn't it?
Usually Thomas Telford have had some really great years. Well, it's not been their year this year, and I think they're here tomorrow, but they lost out in the under-13s, and that was a 3-2 victory for Cardinal Hume, so a really tight semi-final there. Some great matches. Scandal, Solkeld and Burns scoring in that match. As for Cardinal Newman, well, they had an 8-0 home victory against Dowlands Community School in round 2. Round 3 was a 2-1 victory at home to Patcham High School. In round 3, sorry, that was round 3. Round 4, it was a 3-2 away victory at George Abbott School. Really tight match there. Round 5, a 3-0 away victory at Dorothy Stringer School, just up the road from them. We'll just take this free kick here for a second. That one's put across with interest. There's a bit of a gamble here. It's Cardinal Hume. Lovely turn. Crossed in. Here's an opportunity. And blocked, and that will go for a corner.
Yeah, really good from number 10, Louis Solkeld. Great turn. Chased it in the channel. Not the best of free kicks, but it was all about him. He sort of made things happen in the first half. He's made things certainly happen there.
Well, while they're taking their time, just to quickly run through these. So it was another 3-0 victory in round 6 against Harvey Grammar School away. That was a much bigger journey, 190 miles. Just take this corner in for a second. Cleared out well. Take two. Oh, that's a lovely cross in. Oh, no. And the keeper has spilled it. Oh, it's a nightmare for Cardinal Newman. And, well, was there a touch? They're all falling on the floor there in excitement. They can't believe that that's ended in the back of a goal. And I don't think Cardinal Newman can either. But it's the third goal for Cardinal Hume. And they're saying, did he head it? Did he head it? It's definitely, is it a Harry Kane award of a goal here? I used that joke once yesterday, didn't I? Here we go. Does he touch it? Well, it hits something, and oh, well, you really got to feel sorry for the goalkeeper there, Dennis Whittington.
You really do. It's hit somebody, whether it's hit the defender on the leg or just nicked off somebody. A horrible ball for the goalkeeper to sort of deal with. William Goss, he cleared the first one out with a great header. Just went over his head, couldn't clear it. The keeper's stuck in no man's land. It's impossible to judge whether you go for the ball, whether you think somebody's going to get a touch. Really awkward bouncing in that position. You hope the defender's going to get a head on it. He couldn't quite manage it, this man on the ball. Oh dear.
Sometimes it's the loneliest position there is. I'm just looking at him, he's on his own, there's not a player within 30, 40 yards of him, and he's just looking so forlorn.
I don't know who we're going to give that goal to.
Why did I do that? Yeah, let's have another look at this. See if we can. Does he get a head on this? This is from behind the goal. So here comes the cross. So the corner taker's first attempt wasn't so good. And
it's 10, is it? I mean,
maybe
it's Louis Solkeld.
He's celebrating,
getting the touch off it.
Yeah,
I think we might give it to him. Preliminary.
We'll have to go to we'll have to go to the rules panel on that one.
That was a good ball in though. That was the thing.
Yeah,
really good delivery. Just missing the first man at the near post, and once it's cleared, that first man, Goss, always going to cause them problems. He gutted for the goalkeeper, Dennis Whittington.
They're always difficult when they come in like that, aren't they? And they're swinging in, and they could miss everybody and going at the back post, or they could hit somebody and going at the near post. And you know, from a goalie's point of view, it's an absolute nightmare to try and anticipate what's going to happen. And then there was a deflection. Caught him out. Here's a shot from distance from Newman. This is awkward for the goalkeeper. And
it's the old-fashioned way, isn't it?
Knocked the goalie into the back of the net as well. The goalie's taking a risk trying to catch the ball like that. I've got to say, it's. Yeah,
he's got to jump, hasn't he?
He's got to go up with his hands up in the air, because by going with his hands low, he's actually. It's a valid challenge for a player to go in with his head at that level.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever happened. There's always a debate that I always had with referees when I went up for a ball and my hands were above my head, and I had a challenge, and I'm like, why can a player be challenging me? He's got no chance of getting the ball there. He's only going for me. And I was trying to educate referees as to what, why that was happening. But in that situation, if you go with your hands cupped, you are actually inviting a challenge.
Of course you are. Yeah, you're not gaining control of the ball until it's at a height that is fair play for all.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's one of the other things that winds me up sometimes with Match of the Day and commentators, that they talk about, oh, goalkeepers are overprotected, and they don't realise that you're going up with your hands up high. Yeah. And
nothing to protect yourself, have you?
And no, you can get a hand in the face, like I've got false teeth as it is from an elbow, and you do get these challenges, and it does need the slightest of nudges. Yeah. But here we go, back onto the action.
Great play. Great play, gets the ball back, he's offside, yes.
Reed offside there, yeah.
It's just a return ball from Jack Thompson.
I feel as if I should pay you a fee for being my psychiatrist there, John.
Brennan giving the ball back.
There's a parent getting well involved. She's
great shot, wasn't it, of her there?
Yeah, she's trying to boost her team. She's obviously a Cardinal Newman fan, and she's trying to egg on her players. Her son, of course.
Toby Reader, wasn't it?
Yes, that was Reader there who was making the effort. Well, 3-1 does feel a little bit unfair in this match, because it has been quite even, to be honest. Can Newman get back into this game? Here's Brennan, who's always been a threat.
Yeah, he has played well.
That's
Give and go, that's better. That's nice. Good sliding challenge.
Agnihotri just running out, but he'll get it back here. Agnihotri. Nice little bit of skill. Back to Brennan, who's found himself way out on the left. And, of course, there's then nobody in the box because he's out there.
It's easy to collect, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got to push forward and gamble, try and get back on. Second goal to get them back in.
It's a good flick on.
Oh,
And
Simon's
going here. Oh, and a good save from Whittington. It's an open goal, and he's put it over the bar. Wow. Well, he sticks his tongue out, looks towards the bench. Can't believe that one's gone over.
Look at the pace here.
Well, Simon's on a roll here, but I think there's just a little bit of relaxation. I'm not sure what the left back was doing there.
Yeah, it was good pace.
Oh, Manu Rosenthal. Now, those of an older disposition would know what that means. It's on YouTube, I'm sure. Just type it in. It'll come up top. He's only a guy who had such a great career. He's famous for missing an open goal from a similar situation. Aston Villa, wasn't it?
Oh, very dissimilar. It was about 5 times closer to the goal, wasn't it?
Well, that's a good ball forward. And Salkeld looking to score again. He is a goal scorer. Yes, he's not really looking to pass. And Cardinal Hume here. Certainly on top at the moment. Sama looking to take everybody on. That will be a foul.
Yeah, just dragged him back. Left back trying to stick at his game there a lot. Thomas Bond.
Well, I will just...
Substitution. 9 coming on. No,
15 on, 9 off. Oh no, the other way around. Yes, 9 on and 15 off.
Yep.
I will just finish these results. I was just listing a few of them out, and then we had a goal that sort of spoiled it. But looking at round 7, Cardinal Newman had a 4-2 win against Hertzmere School. In round 8, the quarter-final, a 2-0 win against Riddlesdown College. And in the semi-final, it was a 2-0 win against Verulam School. Not sure where that's based. Not heard of that school before. Brennan is the big danger man. 8 goals out of the 27 scored, so 1 in every sort of just over 3. They need him to get on the score sheet here, or somebody from the team in green needs to score. There's the time and the clock is ticking away here. Thomas Bond had to put that one out under pressure from Gabriel Nugasama. Another substitute below us. Number 12 coming on and number 3 coming off. So it's number 12 is Joel Vilhena. And number 3, Ben Price, just has a break. This feels like one of those matches where they're not really using the rotating subs as much as they did in the previous game.
No.
And that was the older age group, the under 15s. I suppose it just depends on the coaches. Salko looking for the ball in the middle there. But, Jack Thompson, who's back on the pitch. Oh, I like it. Very good forward line, haven't they?
Yeah.
Thompson and Salko together. Deadly pairing.
It's a bit of a wasted ball. Got a feeling we're just going through a lull before this game ratchets up another notch, because if Cardinal Newman can score a goal, we're back in the land of anything could happen, and long way to go. They need to just take the impetus. Just going to have a bit of a delay. Player down on the pitch. The free comes over.
Yes, Luca Hanlon. Hanlon there going down, holding his ankle. He's actually straight back up. Had a very quick recovery there. 3-1 win. Here's Luca Hanlon, ankle's feeling okay. Try and give this a bit of a heave-ho into the box. Oh, a bit of confusion, and even a goalie spills it. A little bit calamity times in the box there. 3 in a row. Flick on from Sama. Keller. Keller again looking out wide. Rodriguez, the goal scorer. Rodriguez plays a superb ball inside.
Brilliant.
This is a great run here.
Well, there he is
Reader,
again.
well tackled, and the keeper clears up as well. Harry Lowry. What a ball here.
Well, watch Cleghorn come across here. He's got yards and yards to gain, and it's a brilliant tackle.
So Keller is off, and on comes number 8, Floyd Robertson. So they really, they're not really doing the rotating subs. They are. Looks like both teams are doing the traditional format.
Yep.
But yeah, Cleghorn is well. He's looked like one of the players to keep an eye out from the start. And again, he's saved the day there.
So you can just see the bag in the penalty area just going around in circles. The sort of the wind just circulates around down there. It's not really affecting the game, but up here a little bit. I get your point now. Watching the cameraman next to me, just trying to struggle with the adjustment of the light. I mean, it really is. You know, such a contrast now between half this pitch, or almost half the pitch in the shadow, and half of it in absolute bright sunlight. Yeah. I'm learning something about the technical side of watching the camera guys, trying to adjust it every few seconds. Here we are into the shadow.
Yes, it is a bit of a nightmare, as you can see, and it happens at the top level.
It is. Well, Cardinal and Hume have just had it relatively easy, haven't they, this second half? They've been out for 12 minutes. There's another half chance. I just think that Cardinal Newman are going to have to really get back into this game as quickly as they can.
It's a lovely crossfield
ball.
What
Beautiful
a ball. Great ball. Here's Joel Verheyen, who's brought down.
Yeah, the substitute just brought down.
Close from the coaching team below. They really like that ball switching the play.
Luca Hanlon.
She's found something very funny out there.
Good to see happy faces in the crowd, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a Cardinal Hume fan, perhaps. Here we go. Here's Salcold. He's going to whip the cross in. He's actually putting in with a bit of interest, and again the goalkeeper in a little bit of trouble there. He wasn't sure whether he's going to get a flick on ahead. Here's Salcold again.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, wasn't it, for the goalkeeper? He didn't know if there was going to be a boot on it. Fantastic again.
They're not holding a high line, and this is the trouble. And you know, you'd know this, of course, yourself. Is that, you know, if the defence goes too far back, you're going to put yourself in major trouble for that sort of situation. That is exactly why a defence holds a high line.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise, you get a ball coming in, it can get a clip, it can hit nobody and end in the back of the net. Whereas a high line stops that from happening, and I think that's where you know, the defensive coaches that are out there, they spend so much time with their defences talking about holding the line and why it's important. They're not trying to get offside, they're just trying to make sure that players are not crowding around.
Yeah, it's all about space. You know, so much is just forgotten about the pockets of space on a football pitch. You know, everybody talks about positioning and 1v1 defending and this, that and the other, but I think so often, it's a chance.
Keeper collects well.
So often, I think coaches and players forget about the spaces between the lines. So that's the space between the defence, the midfield and the attack.
Yeah.
The compactness of the team. You've got to be in close proximity so you can link together, in possession, out of possession. You know, all these things, they're the things for the sort of football intelligence that as well as developing talent and players, you've got to educate the team and those players to understand the angles. They've got to work hard to make it easy for the player on the ball. Another change. Jimmy McIntosh coming on.
Jimmy McIntosh is on. Not sure the number coming off there.
See that?
I think it was number 14. No, it couldn't have been.
Get back well again. But they've got to do a little bit more in the attacking half. Oh, nearly. Very good ball from Tom Armstrong. Just sitting in midfield there. He's on it again. Pops it back into the danger area. Cleared by Williamson.
Thomas Cole. Here's Luke Burns.
It's pinging about a bit at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, Cardinal Hume in purple, 3-1 ahead. The onus is on Cardinal Newman to do something. They've had a couple of big attacks, but have not threatened the goal recently. I think the team in purple very aware that time is on their side.
Yep.
And with players like Thompson and Salkeld up front, they're always likely to get on the score sheet, and Sama as well, who's been given offside.
Yeah, he's got that one spot on. Well done, that's it.
So Champions League final Saturday.
Yes.
Confident?
Very confident.
Yeah.
Very confident. I mean, realistically, Real Madrid, you know, I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because they haven't had a great season, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They've struggled, you know, hugely in the context of Real Madrid, and here they are in the final again.
It's amazing,
and
isn't
it's just the thing about Real Madrid is they know how to win these games. These particular games, you almost would never bet against them because they have a habit of being able to. There's some ping pong going on at the back there, isn't there?
There's really
getting
messy.
Themselves in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
But Real Madrid, yeah, I mean, they always seem to know how to win these games. That's the sort of difficulty. The positive is that it's a poor season from their perspective. The positive is that Liverpool have just been in phenomenal form this season. That whole team, especially the front three, obviously, and Salah in incredible form, winning. I don't think there's a player that's won as many trophies and awards as he has this year, ever in a single season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very optimistic. It's gutted I'm not going to be out there.
No. Well, there's not many people had given him a chance against Manchester City, of course. And look what happened there. And then, of course, it was Roma in the semi-final. And, you know, that was dreamland. What was it, 5-0 at one stage?
It was remarkable, wasn't it?
That's just amazing.
That spell of football from them. There's a great ball. Great ball through.
Here's Sama.
He's just used his fantastic save.
Whittington.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Whittington pulls out the save. He stands up, stays strong.
Yeah, Louis Salkeld. Again, watch this Paul. Lovely pass. And he just leans in, pushes him away. Drives it a little bit further wide than he would have liked to in that challenge. That was good defending. Quite strong enough. Didn't deny him the goal-scoring opportunity, but the keeper certainly did. It was brilliant.
So Alice Martin comes off. Kasper Ziakowski is on. High ball up and well, that's unorthodox from the goalkeeper there as Sama wins the header.
I thought they'd gone through his legs, but in the end he did pretty well. Salthill, of all people, again, there he is, driving into the box.
Here's Scandal. Goes back. Nicely won there from Vilhena. Just playing Scandal down the left-hand side. Luca Hanlon covering that one. And the free kick is given.
Yeah.
I just wonder whether the goalkeeper, I just wonder if Whittington's just carrying a little knock or something. Sometimes he just walks a little bit awkwardly, and I'm just wondering if he got a knock in the first half, because he did get involved in a few sort of heavy challenges, and whether that's just affecting his mobility a little bit.
The keeper?
Yeah. Just the way he walks around a few times, it's as if he's got a knock. Of course, hard to tell with goalkeepers. Goalkeepers don't really run around the place much, so it's hard to tell. But seeing him, his movement around, it's like he's almost got a hobble at times. Here's come Cardinal Newman. They need to, the team in green need to try, and here's Brennan. That's a beautiful ball on. Here's an opportunity. Agnihotri releases the shot, but goalkeeper handles that well.
Yeah, Agnihotri released brilliantly by Brennan. We haven't seen enough of that, have we? We haven't seen enough running off the ball, getting in positions up front. It's been a really difficult game for them so far. We hit the hour mark. 10 minutes to go, and you want to see more of that, because Brennan, when he's had the opportunity to sort of feed the ball in, get some space, push it out, showing signs that they're equally capable of scoring goals in this game. Here's another opportunity. Again, good defending, closed it down well. Ball over the top.
Oh, it's a great ball onto Brennan. And we know Brennan's got pace, so he's got Cleghorn to beat. Turns inside. Cleghorn does really well. And eventually, and also gets fouled, gets a little tug from Brennan. Brennan doesn't agree with that at all. Well, this is, well, I think anybody else would have been a little bit more of a challenge. Here's the earlier shot from Agnihotri, and an orthodox method of saving, but effective.
Yeah, great work from Cleghorn. You know, what I know, he's got good pace, but he doesn't go and sell himself. And one of the great arts of defending is to delay, delay and delay, not certainly to go to ground. And at that point, I think he knows he's just got to sort of hold him up and wait for either the mistake or that clear chance, one chance to win the ball. And he got it.
No, I'm sure he's on your list of potential candidates for player of the match, which we're going to be hearing very shortly, actually. Time's flown. It's only 9 minutes to go.
Yep.
We tend to announce these things with about 5 minutes to go. And Cardinal Newman have to score soon.
At the moment, I've got candidates at both ends of the pitch. Let's just put it that way.
You tease. And you see the coaches there, coaches and parents, all having a great day out. That third goal that Cardinal Hume scored has been vital. It's just given them that little bit of extra breathing space. And Cardinal Newman, well, of course they have to score twice in these final 7 minutes or so, plus injury time. Here comes Scandal. Out to Vilhena, who's occupying his left wing. Vilhena and Scandal are working nicely together, actually. Sama. Tackle there from Williamson.
Oh, it's a tough decision, actually, this man of the match. I'm just thinking there's a number of players, you know, 3, 4, 5 players who I think are in the running. There's 2 specifically, and I'm trying to think of what I want you to tell one of the players if he doesn't get it. And I feel such pressure and the burden of, you know, what it is to get a PlayStation 4. I've got to get it right. It's sort of worse than just, you know, in a top flight game when there's nothing at stake sort of thing. It's just the, you know, the tick in the box and whatever. But PlayStation 4 puts a pressure on me.
The whole future could be affected by this, John.
Yeah.
I did actually pass on.
I don't know what I'm drawing attention to. I'm just making it worse for myself, aren't I?
Yes. You're putting yourself into the pain room.
This man's.
Yeah, Sama. Oh, he's turning
well.
Nicely around the outside again.
He's done really, really well.
I must say, I did actually say to the girls in the match last night, when you said I could give it to the whole of the defence, and I did actually pass the message on.
Oh, good.
They weren't very pleased about that, of course, because we ended up giving it to the goalkeeper, who they were like, well, you could have at least given it to one of us, as one of them said. But,
no, you see that? Well, I don't think that would have been fair. You see that question? That draws attention to the fact that I gave it to the goalkeeper because there's just one goalkeeper and I couldn't choose between the 4 defenders. So I've sort of shot myself in the foot, haven't I? That. Oh well.
That's a sort of cop out, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
thanks. Okay, that was blatantly obvious, was it?
I'm sure Charlie Bolt.
Oh, good strike.
Happy, she's probably playing it now, actually. Oh,
Follow up can't be put away.
so number 12 there, Phil Henner, going for the side foot, but just over the bar.
Yeah. I'll tell you, yeah.
John's scratching his head.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
He's just pointed. I've got to admit, he's pointed a piece of paper to me, and there's two names on there which are, in my mind, absolutely equal. So usually I might just influence a little bit with John having made the major decisions of which, but I'm afraid I'm not going to help on this one, Mr. Scales.
That's all right. That's all right.
I think I'm really unsure. I think there's really been a few exceptional performances out there. The substitute is going to take place below us. Cardinal Hume looks like Jamie Blackbird is coming on.
Well, so it's been a really good performance from Cardinal Hume, hasn't it? You can see I'm just starting into my monologue of my justification for the man of the match. Good timing. There's a break in the game.
Yep, there you go, John. Over to you.
It's certainly not one of these two involved in the man of the match as they make the change, but some great performances. I'm going to give the man of the match to Louis Salkeld. He's the captain. He scored 2 goals. That first goal was just sensational. It was the equaliser. I mean, the first goal from Keane Rodriguez was astonishing. I really like the goal from Louis Salkeld, but he's been a captain. He's led by example. He scored that sensational first goal. He got the third. Just offside there. And I tell you what, you know, it was the quality of that first goal. Goals make the difference. Look, I'm a centre half. I'm a defender. I'll always go for, you know, the sort of defensive rock. I think we've got to have a close-up if we can of Joseph Cleghorn, the number 5, as well after this shot of the fans. But Joseph Cleghorn, number 5 for Cardinal Hume. I think he needs special mention. I think he's marshalled the back line really, really well as they come forward again.
Oh, Salkeld is through. Oh, he's scored a superb goal. Well, John, I think he's just sealed that for you.
Well, that makes it a lot easier for me. I mean, I was going to say, you know, the number of goals that he's scored in the rounds, getting them here, you know, there's also a little bit of a nod that he's going to get a bit of an advantage with just how influential he really is to this team. And that was evident in looking through that stat pack of the number of goals that he scored. Gets a touch, gets another touch, and gets away from the defender. And he's got one thing on his mind, and what a strike. Really emphatic. That's his hat-trick. Really well deserved, and well, I feel happy that he's going to walk away with a PlayStation 4 because what a sensational season he's had.
Yeah, no, fully deserved. Well, this match is well and truly over now. All the players went down to celebrate with their coach downstairs, which was lovely to see.
Nice.
I'm sure he's going to be. Seems to become more in fashion these days that all the coaches have to get soaked with water afterwards, so I'm sure he's going to get absolutely soaked. Yes, I've managed to avoid it so far, but I think a very expensive camera down there we're going to have to maybe be careful of. And Sama here, you can just see the urgency in the match has gone now. I think it's a difficult call. Yes, I totally agree. I think, you know, Joe Cleghorn at the back has been absolutely superb, and well, considering he's up against a quality forward such as Brennan, he's handled him so well. And Brennan has given everything.
Well, they've been, you know, really kept pretty quiet, haven't they? But most of the game, Cardinal Newman, Keane Rodriguez. I mean, you've got to give special mention to him. We may well, I'm sure we'll see him surely in the goal of the tournament section. Just saying how difficult it is. There's some top candidates, but I think he's right up there in possibly the top 3, certainly the top 5 so far this tournament.
Yeah,
really superb. I don't want to give anything away, but I think from Cardinal Hume's perspective, Gabriel Nugasama deserves special mention. He's made things happen. Luke Burns has had a great game. Jack Thompson, that second goal, that all-important second goal in many ways. You know, from getting themselves from a goal down back level, and then Jack Thompson putting them in front. Alfie Scandal has been superb. Really excellent. So it is. He's the Newcastle United player, isn't he? He's on the books of Newcastle. Just remembered that.
1 minute's been shown on the clock for additional time. And the team from Gateshead going to enjoy that journey back up the M1.
He's very composed on the ball, Cleghorn, isn't he? I like that.
Yeah. Salkeld. Sama. Physical to the end.
Good challenge.
Solid tackle there from James Oliver. Putting that was Finn Howe, and Ethan Banal came on also. So everybody's getting a run out here. Interesting that they, even though it is rotating subs, they are not using both coaches. It is just a coach decision, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that in the previous final they were on and off all over the place. Here it's a more traditional setup. As a standard game, the referee will blow the whistle, and it's Cardinal Hume who take the title here. The team in purple are running onto the pitch. The coaches shake their hands below, and Cardinal Hume win this under-13 Schools Cup final, and fully deserved. All the players just shaking hands out there, really great to see. And the coach is obviously well loved by his players as well. There's a bit of hugging going on with coaches. Great sportsmanship here between the teams. The two goalkeepers embrace. The choice in colours may not be so great, but they're both good goalkeepers. Bright pink and bright orange, great in the sunshine. Glad I'm wearing my sunglasses. Let's have a look at the goals. There's the final score, just confirmation.
Yeah, here we go. Where was the first one? Receives the ball here, drag back, touch away, little dip of the shoulder, one touch, and then bang. What a great strike from Keane Rodriguez, and gets Cardinal Newman off to the really best of starts. Sensational fashion, and I think Cardinal Hume were thinking, wow, what are we up against with this kid? He's got something special. Mentioned goal of the tournament. I'm sure that'll be up there in the reckoning. And then it was a case of, you know, how they're going to get back in the game. A little bit unfortunate with the ball here. Just ricochets. You've got to give Louis Salkeld full credit for chasing down and, you know, trying to make things happen for this Cardinal Hume side. They're a goal down. They need to get back in it. And he chases down the clearance bravely, and then there, what a superb finish. That was the equaliser. Who was going to take the lead? Was it going to be Cardinal Newman, Cardinal Hume? Little ball over the top, suddenly he's away, Jack Thompson. One challenge, two challenges, three challenges, and the ball ultimately is poked over the line by Thompson. Having thought here he was just going to be able to roll it in. Superb work from Williamson. And Hanlon coming back to try and help out. No, wheels away in delight. He knows how important that second goal is. Yeah, the ball gets swept in, and I'm just got a feeling, still not convinced that Louis Salkeld got a touch on that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he just was able to get a touch on it. Goss couldn't get his head on it. Little touch there. He wheels away as if he's convinced he's got a touch on it. I'm sure he did. We've given him the goal. That was the third. That was his second. Put them 3-1 up. And then it was really a case of Cardinal Newman having to score to get back in the game. And bang, emphatic finish. That's Salkeld's hat-trick. Man of the match. Superb performance from him. Great performance from Cardinal Hume. And that put the game beyond doubt. They run out 4-1 winners. Well deserved, fantastic season they've had, and capped beautifully here at the Majewski Stadium. Congratulations to them.
Thank you very much, John. We're going to take a little break here. We've got the awards to be giving out. We're going to go and have a word with the winning coach. As you can see, Cardinal Hume Catholic School winning by 4-1. Match coming up next. It's Ibstock Place School in the Under-14 Small Schools Cup Final up against Moorland School. We'll be back shortly.
And that rounds a sensational game of football on the fourth game of the day here in the most wonderful and beautiful Majewski Stadium here in the Mecca of fun and excitement, Reading. We saw the beautiful game being played on a beautiful pitch, and we have a team of winners and we have a team of runners-up, but they're all champions in their own right for making it to this point. Look at where the people have just played. For you on this great stage, these guys probably grew up playing football in a local park, on a school field, so whether they came runners-up or they're the winning team, I think a huge round of applause is in order for every single player that made it to this point. An incredible, incredible achievement. But we do have a winner for the Under-13 School Cup for boys. But before we get to that, we've got a couple of winners to announce. We're just waiting for all the go-ahead, and we can give out some goodies to the people that have earned it the most. So before we get to our players, it's nice to thank sometimes what's known as the unsung heroes, but they make the game of football what it is, officially officiating. Give it up for the officials, please! Who did a sterling job today. Yes, they did. And receiving not only a medal, but a handshake as well, and you can't get them just anywhere. Fantastic. The officials now, we also now are going to award to our man of the match, which was the captain, Louis Salkel. Where is he? Come on, Big Lou, and we've got for you. I think Louis' living room's about to get a whole lot busier. Wherever the parents are, you need to order more chicken nippers because he just went off a PS4. Amazing stuff. Very, very, very well deserved. Now, two more runs up over to the left of me. They played their hearts out. They played very, very well. They supported. It goes by all of you guys. Please put your hands together. The Cardinal Newman Catholic School! And Owen Newton, Chairman. The School Football Association to award the runner-up medals in this tournament. Number 1 getting his medal, Dennis Whittington. Number 2, Lucia Hanlon. Number 3, Thomas Bond. Number 4, Hande Unella. Number 5, Patrick Williamson. Number 6, William Gross. Number 7, Aggie Anhuati. Number 9, Gabriel Brennan. Number 10, Ellis Martin. Number 11, Jimmy McIntosh. Number 12, Ethan Banal. Number 13, Finn Howe. Number 14, Keen Rodriguez. Number 15, Kasper Zielowski. And 16, Toby Reeder. Congratulations for coming this far in the tournament. The runners-up in the 2018 PlayStation Schools Cup. Our Cardinal Newman Catholic School. Give them a huge round of applause. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and champions of Under-13 School Cup for boys. Please put your hands together, make lots of noise for Cardinal Hume Catholic School! Number 1 and goalkeeper Harry Lowry. Number 2, James Oliver. Number 3, Ben Price. Number 4, Tom Armstrong. 5, 5, Joseph Gleghorn. Number 6, Tom Cole. Number 7, Gabriel Numasama. Number 8, Luke Burns. Number 9, Jack Thompson. Number 11, Alfie Scandal. Number 12, Joel Vienna. Number 15, Joseph Armstrong. In 16, Jamie Blackbird. And your captain, Louis Staunton. And again, your champions now. It's time to make it official. We're going to get a quick picture. And then we're going to move this table out of the way. Get your phones at the ready and send them to camera. Here are the champions, Cardinal Your 2018 PlayStation School Cup champions! All the excitement too much for the fans. Make some noise, Cardinal Hume. Let's see you celebrate. You deserve it. Well done.
Well, I'm very pleased to say with me is the manager, Paddy Garrigan. Paddy, it's your last, as you see your team behind you, this is your last ever game as a coach. What a game to finish on. What are your emotions?
I couldn't imagine anything like this in my wildest dreams. At the start of the season, we knew we had a good side, but to get to a national final and to go and win it, I could not have believed it. But I am so happy for these lads. They have been absolutely immense from start to finish throughout this season. They've played 25 games, 25 wins, and they've been, I can't say enough. I can't say enough.
Hey kids, you've got one hell of a manager here, I'll say that. It was noticeable up in the commentary box with me and John Scales that players are coming off and hugging you rather than each other at the end of the, there's a lot of emotion towards you out on the pitch as well. That must be extra special.
Well, I've had 2 special years, and I love the lads, I love the hard work. We've been together. It's all about them really, but I've just been a pleasure to be part of it, an absolute pleasure. Yeah. And as the game itself, I thought we started very well actually, and they scored a wonder goal. It's actually the first time in this competition we've been behind, so you wonder how you're going to react. But they didn't let it affect them. They drew the way back into the game, and once we got ahead, I just thought, this could be our day. And You know, they kept going throughout. You know, credit to Cardinal Newman. They were a very good side. They didn't stop battling. They were always dangerous, so we could never rest. But, you know, I think in the end, we deserved the win, you know, despite them being very, very good.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And you know, the team, like John he gave your captain the man of the match, but there was a number of players on there, and he said it was very close. He was very complimentary about Cleghorn at the back, and the pace and the way he read the game. You know, we've got to remember these are young kids out there as well. You know, these are children that are playing at such a high level.
I mean, they're all very, very good players, but some of them are so mature for their years. You know, they know the game, and I think they're only going to get better. So, well done to them. This is their achievement. You know, they've been on the field doing it. I'm just stood on the sideline. So it's well done to them. Absolutely amazing.
So, Paddy, how many years?
38 years of teaching. So, what a way to finish.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the crowd, please a big round of applause for Paddy Carrigan, the manager of the winning team.
Thank you.